Alright guys, today we are going to do the carburetor on a Craftsman M230. It's got a 7.25 Briggs & Stratton on it. The model number is 12avb2r3793. I'm going to have to go back on my last video. I did the diagnosis, simple diagnosis video on it. I forgot the 2, I think I forgot the 2 in there. I'll have to go back and fix that. Anyways, any of the parts you may need for this we'll put in the description below. Air filters, spark plug, whole new carburetor, whatever you might need on this thing, we'll just put it in the description below. Alright, first thing we're going to do is take the air filter cover off. Now, to get to the top of the carburetor, you don't have to do this, but it makes it a lot easier. We're going to take the cover off. It's got torque 25s, maybe a torque 27. I think it's torque 27 inside. We're going to remove those two. It was a torque 25. Now we're going to go ahead and take, we're going to do these ones first. 8mm here and here. We're going to take those two out. Then we've got 7mm, the two shiny ones. Take those out. A little tube on the back, we're going to pop that free. This comes right on off. Now we've got a fuel line on the bottom here. We're going to clamp that with pliers and pull it out of the way, just like so. Then give this a squeeze and a twist, and that'll break it free. We're going to get us a clean empty bottle so that we can see what kind of gas comes out of this. So we're just going to drain this off. We're checking for water and stuff. Just, you know, you want to know why the carburetor needs to be rebuilt. Just initial looks at it, everything looks fine as far as gas goes. So I don't see any water or anything in it. Looking good. Now you're just going to pull it straight out like that, and then you're going to tilt it back, and this choke arm will come right out of it like that. See, it's just an S turn on it, and then same with this back one. You're going to turn it to the side, and it's going to come straight out of it. It's just another S turn on it. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and take these bottom two bolts out of it. And then we're going to get a flathead screwdriver, and we're just going to try to get it in between this. See, like that. Just trying to split it apart. No problem. We're going to take the float. We're going to pry up on it. Get it out. It just unclicks from there. And it's got a needle valve in the bottom of it that'll fall out. I'm going to pull that out. Check the rubber tip. Make sure it's not swollen or ripped or torn. We're going to get in. This is the major part right here that keeps it from running. We're going to get on in here, pry it right on out. You don't want to grab it with pliers. You want to get the screwdriver between this and this black piece and just give it a little twist. And see, I'm not seeing any major anything going on. There's some dirt in here. And the main thing is this jet is clogged. Can't see through it, and that's always going to be the issue. Now what I use on this is 14 karat gold testing acid. I'll put this in the description below for you. Make sure you wear safety goggles whenever you're doing this. It will burn your eyes. It'll burn your skin. Just rinse with water. If you get in your eyes and your skin, you'll be fine. Just don't panic. Just quickly rinse with water. It doesn't hurt to have a bottle of water with you just in case. Just put a single drop in it. See how it's bubbling and fizzing already? And then you're going to flip it up, and you're going to put a drop here and a drop or two if you got to in there. That's going to boil it from the back side. You'll see smoke kind of coming out this tip here. You'll let it sit there and simmer and do its thing. I'm going to get a straw. I'm going to get a can of brake cleaner or carb cleaner, and you're going to hook the straw up to it. And then we're going to give this a good rinsing. We're going to rinse gently at first to get the acids off so you don't get any backsplash in your face. If this carb cleaner splashes up in your eyes, it's going to hurt, but you're not going to go blind. You really just got to keep your eye open and let it evaporate, and the pain will go away as soon as it's done evaporating. Now we're going to give it a hard squirt. We're going to give it a hard squirt from this side. See that jet's nice and open now, streaming out. Give it a little squirt from this side. See, it's nice and open. We're going to blow it out real quick just so it dries. And we're going to do one more drop of acid just for good measures, just right in the top there. That's fine. Let that boil off again. Then one more time, rinse slowly, and high pressure. Air is good if you got an air compressor with an air chuck. Blow it out real good. I don't know if I'm happy with that yet or not. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. It's still. I'm going to do it one more time. It just still seems, it's a good steady stream. It just seems thin to me. I'm do it one more time. Just, you know, this is the important part. Also, we're going to take the bowl. We're going to rinse it out real good. No debris in it. Careful that needle pin will fall out. Rinse your float off real good. Yourself a clean spot on the table. That there. Rinse your needle valve out real well. Pin inside this carburetor. Just get any dirt out of it. And then make sure that this flows freely both ways. And all that's good right there. All right, we're going to rinse this out one more time. This should be good now. It's as good as it's gonna get. All right, so we're gonna put this in. Orange seal. This is gonna face towards it. Put it in. You got to be careful. There's a piece inside. This because it's got the choke and everything will hold it in place. You can see all the one it'll fall right out easy. Just push it in until you feel it click. Get your needle valve stuck inside your float like so. And then we're going to put that needle valve right into the hole. Oh, it popped down on me, so I'm pretty sure that came apart. No, it didn't. All right. Just want to make sure that needle valve goes right on in there perfectly. Nice. And then we're going to get the pin inside. I'm in the way, but inside the float. Get it all lined up and push it down. Make sure both sides are clicked in tight. This should be fairly level. And if you blow in here when it's like this, it shouldn't let any air through. But if you lift up, it should let air through. Alright, that's perfect. Now the float's going to go back on. Before we do that, let's give her a good rinse one more time. Make sure there's no dust or debris in there. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and this will only go on. Oh, did I put that on dirty side? Rinse that out again. Alright, it'll only go on one way. See right here, it doesn't want to go on because this is on this. We want this to be on that. So look there, it goes right in place. Alright, and then we're going to put those two 7mm back on. Let me line up the bolts so you can see what's what. 7mm, 8mm, and two more or 7mm. All right, the long of the 7mm are going to go in the bowl. So we're going to get them in, tighten them down. I'm not going to tighten all the way, just kind of get it close. Get this one in. Now we can tighten it down. Tight. Don't over tighten it, you'll strip it. It's just plastic. Alright. Alright. Now we've got all that in. There's a bit back here. Sometimes when you pull this off, these will be stuck on the engine still. They'll still be right here on the engine, like so. So make sure you check for these, pull them off, and then you're going to go ahead in the carburetor. You're going to put the O-ring in first, just straight, just in there, just nice and even and flush right up against that backing piece. Then the white piece goes in on top and clicks right into place. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is throttle arm goes to the throttle side. We're going to get that in, boom, like that. And then you got the choke arm, it's going to go to the choke side, boom, like that. Then we're going to get this onto that back piece and slide it right into place. Oh, there's a little guide on this side that you need to be into so that that can be together like that. Then we're going to take this piece here. We're going to use the two 7mm. There's like the little points here that go in here, in here. See right here and here. You're going to get them lined up, and you got a vent up here. We'll get them lined up like so. And then we're going to put the other two 7mm, the shiny ones, on each side of this round piece. And tighten them down. And then you got your two 8mm are going to go here. And here. I'm going to tighten those down. And before we get any further on this, we're going to put some gas inside the gas tank. As soon as we get these tightened down, obviously. We're going to put some gas in the gas tank so we can check to make sure that it's not leaking fuel. That way we don't have to tear it all back apart, you know, from the very beginning again. Sometimes you get stuff in there and it keeps you from sealing. Most of the time this thing seals right back up really nicely. Alright, so I'll put some gas in it. Made a mistake. We forgot to put the fuel line on. I just about to pour gas into this and realized that fuel line's not in place yet. It's going to pour out everywhere. Put the fuel line on. And then the hose clamp back in place. Boom. Alright, now we'll dump some gas in this thing. Get ahead of myself sometimes. Alright, we got gas in it. And what we're doing is we're looking inside of here and we're looking for moisture coming out. Like, you know, gas will start flowing right through it and fill this up even. Right now we're looking good. So before we go any further on this, we're going to do a test start. We're going to try this. It may smoke. The customer had this way over full of oil where they, you know, it didn't run, so they thought put more oil in it, something. I don't know what they're thinking, but here we go. And you see it starting to smoke. That's just because there's oil in the muffler. It will burn off in about 10 minutes. If you turn your lawnmower on the side, it'll get oil in the muffler too. That'll mess it up. But all right, so now we've gotten that. We're going to go ahead, put our pull handle through here, get this in place. Torque 25. We're going to get these 2 bolts down in place. I'm going to go ahead, put the air filter and cover back on. No big deal. And it's ready to go. I'm going to take this out front and let it run for a while to get the smoking to stop. I've already checked the oil and brought it down to level. If this helped you out in any way, shape, or form, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. All the parts and anything you could need for this, I'll put in the description below. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. I try to answer every question that comes through. Just ask me anything you need. If you want to do any advertising on my channel, message me. I'll be more than happy to have you. Peace.